This is ABC 7 News at 6.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us. I'm Peter Dubois. First tonight, we'll turn things over and take a first look at our forecast as we're expecting some heavy winds and rain coming as soon as tonight.
Thank you so much, Peter. It is a Thursday. Our first weather is brought to you by Saliba's Rug Cleaners, Maine's largest rug cleaning destination for over 70 years. Speaking of 70s, not much across the country, maybe all the way down by Miami, but overall, look how cold it is. Texas has way colder temperatures than us right now, 16 degrees in Dallas. OKC, though, single digits. That is incredible. Denver, Colorado had a 37-degree cooling of temperatures in 1 hour yesterday. So that was a record breaking for all those temperatures cooling off as that cold front continued to push south. Here in our state, though, temperatures were hovering at around that freezing mark here in town, a bit higher and warmer by the coast. Of course, that warmer ocean water keeping things nice and cozy. Mostly cloudy skies, though. This is the calm before the storm, though, so get ready for that. Tonight, though, we'll have some increase in cloud-covered temperatures. We'll be hovering close to that freezing mark. Peter?
Because of the major winter storm expected, Governor Janet Mills has closed all state offices tomorrow. The governor said, quote, "We want to be sure that Maine people are safe heading into the holiday weekend. I continue to strongly urge folks to prepare for the storm, to take precautions, especially when traveling, and to check in on your family, friends, and neighbors," end quote. And the incoming weather could cause flight delays and cancellations as many begin the rush to their destinations in the following days. Our Matthew Duranczyk shares some tips for navigating through the busy holiday rush.
With Christmas just days away, those who are traveling are doing what they can to avoid the holiday rush.
We came like 3 hours earlier just to make sure that we are not caught up in traffic, there's no congestion, and everything is good.
Even with the harsh conditions forecasted for this weekend, travelers are still rolling the dice to reach their destinations.
AAA is forecasting that about 113 million Americans are going to be traveling 50 miles or more over the next 11 days.
Moody says the current stretch between Thanksgiving and New Year's this year is the third highest volume of travel since AAA began recording this information in 2000.
We're back to pre-pandemic travel levels, and we've known that this travel demand is pent up. So folks are wanting to get out there and travel.
And while there are many passengers that are concerned about the weather, others like Carly Merritt are looking forward to experiencing winter in Maine.
I was actually kind of really excited to go on it because I thought we would get to see the snow on the airplane, which we did get to see the snow, and it was super cool.
Bangor International Airport Director Tony Caruso has a few tips to make your trip less stressful.
Contact your airline now if you can, if you're concerned about your flights. And also download your airline's app. That's one of the best ways that the airline has to give you timely information, whether your flight's delayed or, canceled, and rebooking information there.
Matthew Duranczyk, ABC 7 and Fox 22.
Some good things to keep in mind there. Meanwhile, Governor Mills and Maine Emergency Management Agency are urging people to prepare for the major incoming winter storm. They say rain, high winds, coastal flooding, and freezing temperatures are expected. Maine Emergency Management Agency is coordinating with county agencies, state partners, and utility companies ahead of the storm. They say with strong winds in the forecast, Maine people should remove objects in the yard that could become airborne, such as holiday decorations, shovels, and garbage cans on porches. MEMA Director Peter Rogers says we all need to be prepared for the possibility of a multi-day response. Meanwhile, the Office of the State Treasurer has an announcement that could make someone's holiday a little brighter. They're currently holding on to more than $304 million worth of unclaimed property. Unclaimed property consists of money and other financial assets that are considered lost or abandoned when an owner cannot be located after a period of inactivity. Other things such as uncashed checks, life insurance policies, unpaid wages, refunds, and safe deposit box contents are also classified as unclaimed property. The Treasurer's office holds them free of charge until an owner or an heir can claim them. To find out if you have unclaimed property, you can go to maineunclaimedproperty.gov and look up your own name. A body was found in Bangor today. According to Bangor police, authorities were called to 1129 Union Street at 11:15 a.m. to investigate a body found in the field near the airport. Police found the deceased male in the field on the east side of the airport mall and positively identified him. They say the death does not appear suspicious and there is no danger to the public. At this time, the investigation remains ongoing and an autopsy will be conducted to determine the cause of death. The Maine CDC is reporting the first flu-related child death of the 2022-23 season in Maine. They say flu continues to spread at elevated levels across the state. The CDC says you should contact your medical provider immediately if you or your child experience difficulty in changes in breathing, bluish lips or face, or chest pain. You should also seek medical attention if there is no urination in 8 hours or no tears when crying, if the person isn't alert or if they are having seizures. A fever above 104 degrees or a cough that improves and then returns are also reasons to seek medical care. It's a terrible loss tonight for residents of a mobile home in the town of Wynne. Their home is a total loss after a fire erupted there this morning. Officials from Mattawamkeag Fire Department were among the numerous departments called to the scene. The call from the home on Phillips Road came in a little after 6 o'clock a.m. It was fully involved in flames by the time rescuers arrived. We're told the Hoyt family home and many irreplaceable items were destroyed. A GoFundMe has been set up to help them. You can find the link to that on our website, foxbangor.com. A strike at the Woodland Pulp Mill in Baileyville has been averted. According to United Steelworkers representative Mike Higgins, the organization overwhelmingly accepted the company's last proposal after voting for the past 2 days. The contract will last 3 years, dating back to August 31st of this year, and will include a 4% increase for the first year and 3% increases for the second and third years. It'll also maintain existing health care benefits and retirement benefits for the entirety of the new contract. Even though the two sides were able to agree on a contract, USW Local 27 Representative Mike Higgins says there's still more work to be done.
We were looking for the company to step up and do a cost of living increase on top of the general wage increase. The company was not receptive to that. And in the end, we did not attain a cost of living raise. We're a little disappointed in that, but I'm very proud of my negotiating committee recognizing where we were at this point.
The 3-year contract is set to expire in July of 2024. Well, coming up on ABC 7 News at 6, after 6 months, the town of Searsport officially hires a new fire chief. And we'll tell you how a large portion of Maine land was recently acquired by a national nonprofit and why. We'll have those stories and much more as ABC 7 News at 6 continues.
Nana's Attic started many years ago for me. When I was a young fellow, I used to go with my grandmother collecting antiques and selling antiques. I went on many trips with Nana as I was fascinated with the world of antiques and the history behind old things. They remind you of days that have gone by, but spark memories of youth and hanging out with loved ones that are no longer with us. Now I've made that dream a reality. First with my Ellsworth Flea Market, and now my own store, Nana's Attic and Then Some, located in the old Olympia Sports in Ellsworth, where you'll find treasures and antiques galore.
The biggest sale of the year starts right now, and it's only at the Furniture Gallery. Huge discounts everywhere during our year-end blowout sale. Recliners starting at $2.99. Queen mattresses also $2.99. And sectionals as low as $6.99. Save up to 75% off brand names like Ashley, Lane, Serta, Simmons, Nectar. You won't see these savings again, so don't miss your chance to purchase that special item now. Support our Maine family-owned business and save money. The Furniture Gallery in Augusta, Bangor, Gorham, Newport, and North Windham.
What are you doing here? I've got this feeling we'll meet again.
Lease a new 2023 Nero Hybrid LX for $309 a month.
Portal Call in Bucksport is closing its doors after 17 years in business. All inventory is on sale, including Christmas jewelry, pajamas, socks, imports, including Harris tweed handbags, wallets and purses from Scotland, woolen scarves from Ireland, gloves, alpaca socks, scarves and hats. Also, all fragrance gifts, including Inish fragrances from Ireland, Man Bar soaps, hand-painted silk scarves, plush toys, sleep hoodies, and so much more. Perfect for Christmas shopping. Portal Call, 69 Main Street, Bucksport.
Hammond Lumber Company appreciates the communities that have supported Hammond's prosperity and growth over the years. The Hammond team is grateful for the opportunity to give back by supporting local causes that sustain strong, vibrant communities throughout Maine and New Hampshire. Hammond recognizes that they could not do this without your support. Thank you for choosing Hammond as your building project partner. Hammond Lumber Company, proud to serve local communities since 1953.
Happy Hanukkah from ABC7.
Welcome back. More than $36 million for Maine public safety facilities and equipment is part of the funding package that just passed in the Senate. 27 Maine communities have projects that would benefit from the funding, including a fire station addition in Dedham, a new police station in Caribou, a new fire station to replace the 175-year-old structure in Bradford, and replacing an old fire station that is in disrepair in Plymouth. Funding to help construct a facility to house Belfast's fire, police, and ambulance at a single location is also included. Senator Susan Collins is a senior member of the Senate Appropriations Committee, and she made the announcement earlier today. The funding bill must now be passed by the House before heading to the president's desk to be signed into law. The town of Searsport officially has a new fire chief. This morning, Antonio Rivera of Swanville was confirmed as the new Searsport fire chief. Although Rivera was not available for interview, he did confirm that he accepted the position. It comes 6 months after the resignation of the town's previous fire chief, Andrew Webster, who stepped down from the position after being charged with embezzlement. Rivera will work in the town part-time while remaining in his full-time position at the Oakland Fire Station. A large portion of Maine land was recently acquired by a national nonprofit for preservation. David Ledford has more.
On December 21st, the Trust for Public Land purchased 31,367 acres from Conservation Resources, a timber investment management organization. The acquired land is south of the Katahdin Woods and Waters National Monument. According to Trust for Public Land Maine State Program Director Betsy Cook, the goal is to develop access to the Katahdin Woods and Waters for Millinocket and East Millinocket communities. The land includes forests, rivers, and streams, as well as multiple wildlife and fish habitats.
Trust for Public Land is looking to ensure that there can be continued use of these trails and that many of the communities connected to the land will be able to stay connected to it for generations to come.
Cook says that opening access for this area would provide economic benefits to the towns as well. Gail Fanjoy, a lifelong resident of Millinocket and former town council member, encourages residents to embrace the upcoming changes.
I think people will be surprised. I think they'll be happy. I hope that they will see the benefit that it will bring to our communities.
The trust hopes to raise $32 million over the next few years to support permanent protection for the land and maintain the area as a cultural resource. To support the protection of the Katahdin Wilderness, visit tpl.org.
And that was our David Ledford reporting. Well, still to come on ABC 7 News at 6, the Jackson Labs Institute has gained global recognition for one of its databases. We'll explain. And in sports, we'll hear from Maine football head coach Jordan Stevens as the Black Bears signed 16 recruits earlier this week. We'll have that story right after the break.
Did you know that it's possible to buy the wrong type of flooring for your home? Whether you're a do-it-yourselfer or professional contractor, the experts at Don DeKalb Mainwood Floors are here to help, offering solid pro advice from choosing the right material and color to installation. Don DeKalb features the highest quality hardwood flooring sourced from lumber right here in Maine, from Maine traditions. Not only will you get a floor you'll love, you'll get a floor that will last. Don DeKalb Mainwood Floors, buy from the best, forget the rest. Did you know that an alpaca item is the most wish-listed gift idea? Stop searching for that perfect gift and start shopping for it at the Blue Alpaca in Belfast. It doesn't matter who's on your gift list, the Blue Alpaca has something for everyone with an incredible selection of alpaca socks, hats, sweaters, even stuffed animals and more. Shop in-store or online and take advantage of their free nationwide shipping. Too much to choose from? Don't worry, the Blue Alpaca also offers gift cards. The Blue Alpaca, feel the difference.
Have you ever walked into a jewelry store and just gotten overwhelmed? Pushy salesmen, sky-high prices, and they don't even have what you want. Well, that's not the experience you get from Quality Jewelers. Our team does not work on commission, so that means our common goal of finding you the perfect piece is paramount. Our mission is to give you the best experience possible, providing service after the sale and earning your business for life. So make those memories with us here at Quality Jewelers. Quality Jewelers, locally owned and operated, Penobscot Plaza, Bangor.
Y'all feeling lucky? Luke Combs here with the new Living Lucky with Luke Combs Scratch Off. It's your exclusive opportunity to win the Living Lucky with Luke Combs prize package. You'll join me in Nashville for a private concert at the Ryman Auditorium in 2024, where one lucky winner will have the chance to walk away with $500,000. When it rains, it pours for lottery players who enter to win the chance of a lifetime.
Play Maine Lottery's Living Lucky with Luke Combs Scratch Ticket and enter for a chance to win.
Happy holidays from Coastal Auto Parts, your locally owned and operated Napa Auto Parts store, now featuring a whole line of Milwaukee tools. Happy holidays from Nana's Attic and Then Some, now open in the Mill Mall, Ellsworth. We have antiques, treasures, collectibles, furniture, and more. Make Complete Tire Incorporated your next stop for new tires, quality maintenance, and professional auto repair services, located in Ellsworth.
Tonight's Sports is brought to you by Engstrom's Auto Service in Guilford. We specialize in all foreign and domestic service and alignments.
Welcome back in, everybody. Happy Thursday, almost to the holiday weekend. We will start today on the gridiron. The University of Maine announced their early recruiting class for the fall of 2023 on Thursday. They did pretty well in the early signing period. The Black Bears signed 16 high school seniors Wednesday to start their careers in Orono this upcoming fall, with a few Mainers on the list too. Cape Elizabeth's Nick Laughlin, as well as Wells's Michael Lewinsky, both on that early recruit list, with even more Mainers on his recruiting radar. York native and Maine head coach Jordan Stevens believes keeping Maine's best in Maine is a main priority of the program.
It's important that we keep the best players in the state of Maine here at the University of Maine. I mean, that's a place of importance that I've placed on recruiting here, is making sure that we are able to get and retain all the talent in the state. So, starting with Nick Laughlin, a great young man with a great family. Michael Lewinsky from Wells High School, another great family as well. I'm really just looking forward to working with those guys and get them even back up here in the spring to get around us more.
All year, brotherhood was a staple for Coach Stevens in his first season at the helm. He really instilled that principle in the team, and that theme continues over his first offseason and full recruiting period, first full offseason, as he and his coaches begin to build those bonds early on, and he hopes that the bonds will transfer to the team at large and lead to success in the future.
Relationships within our team are just as important in having the understanding of who we are and that those bonds, that trust, that belief, and making sure that the leaders are able to carry out those messages is going to be vital in our success moving forward.
Looking forward to see what they can do in the fall. They were a fun team to watch this year. A couple one-possession losses that definitely get turned to wins as they move forward. Okay, let's go to some high school sports now. Some girls basketball action down in Ellsworth. Eagles looking to stay unbeaten. Hot start. Presque Isle, they are coming down east to visit. This one was close early on. Eagles down late first. Grace Jaffray off the Lily Bean inbound with the left, pulls within 2. Second quarter now. Presque Isle is up, and the bank is open for Rosalind Buck with a deep 3 off the glass. That puts the Wildcats up 5. But it would be all Ellsworth from there. 4 to go in the half. Abby Radel nails a 3 of her own. Eagles lead. Under a minute left in the half. Jaffray, a chance underneath. She gets 2 rebounds in a row and then finally knocks it down. Eagles lead 23-20 at the half. They dominate the second and win 66-39. All right, we are at must-win time for the Patriots. They're at 7-7 and vying for a wild card spot. Oh, how the tables have turned, right? And now, after an ugly loss, stop me if you've heard this before, they are on to Cincinnati on Saturday at 1. New England is currently out of the playoffs, but not totally eliminated. Lost last week obviously didn't help them. Cincy, meanwhile, sits at 10-4. They're in the top spot in the AFC North, coming off of a win against Tom Brady and the Bucs. With just 3 games left, New England needs to win to make the playoff, to win out to make the playoffs. And after the Bengals, they get Miami and Buffalo to close out the year, 2 division rivals. This week, Mac Jones was asked just how significant is Saturday's game. This was his answer.
I think every game is a big game, right? I know everybody says that every week, right? But this one especially, just to show our resiliency and just to bounce back and stay positive with one another and go out there and compete. And we know that they're a great football team on the other side, and definitely starts with us like it does every week. And I feel like we want to put our best 60 out on the field.
All right, that's all the time we have for sports. Looking forward to that game. Here is Conrad Sapinski with your full 5-day forecast. Conrad?
Thank you so much, Tyler. Our main weather is brought to you by Leona Mays Antique and Gift Shop in Newport. Come check out our 3 floors of antique treasures and gifts in our renovated 1800s home. Look at all these advisories, folks. I have never seen so many watches warnings all across the country. Down south because of the cold and winds. Here in the Midwest and upper Midwest because of some snow and blowing around snow. And here in our state, we actually do have some incoming low pressure system, and that's going to cause a lot of wind and rain. So get ready. This is definitely no joke. We do have a winter weather advisory at around 11 a.m. on Friday. But overall, here in town, though, it's the winds. We do have some high wind warnings in effect until around 4 a.m. on Saturday. And this is really the calm before the storm. It's going to be very, very strong wind gusts outside, close to 60 miles an hour. Right now, though, around 5 to 10 miles an hour here in town. So this is not too bad right now. But then they really start to pick up throughout the day tomorrow, and then especially into the afternoon hours on Friday. Look at these wind gusts. These are correct. The number is 65 mile an hour wind gusts by Bar Harbor, around 60 here in town. So this is going to be some very damaging winds. If you have anything outside, garbage cans, anything loose, please keep everything inside, or maybe keep it hunkered down, as the winds will absolutely be breaking branches and throwing things around. And I am expecting a lot of power outages as well. Right now we do have some mostly cloudy skies, not much in precipitation going on across the state. But take a look just down south. And New York City is in on some heavy rain. Of course, upstate New York, cooler temperatures. They got some heavy snow up there. But everybody will be transitioning into rain, as warmer temperatures will continue to be moving in. We're looking at 50s. We're going to have a rain and snow mix at the start overnight tonight, quickly transitioning to rain, picking up in intensity throughout the day. Look at those yellows and oranges. Those are some heavy batches of rainfall all throughout the state. Everybody will warm up. And then on the back end, of course, a little bit of a rain and snow mix. We're thinking maybe a couple of flurries will be lingering, especially into the morning hours on Saturday. So we're looking at around 1 to 2 inches of rainfall. Some places will have close to 3 inches of rainfall. So really expect some flooding in the area as well. Of course, a little bit of snow will be in the region, especially north of town. Here, around maybe a trace of snow will be possible. Same thing by the coast. But a lot north, a lot more snow. So you know how that goes, folks. Tonight, though, rain and snow mix that start quickly transitioning to rain. Temperatures in those mid to upper 20s and then rising overnight. And then a warm 52 degrees tomorrow. Heavy rain, though, and damaging winds. So don't pay attention to how warm the temperature is. Really take extra precautions because it's going to be very windy, close to tropical storm wind criteria. So get ready for that. Quickly moving out by Saturday into Sunday, as our extended forecast outlook shows. Another roller coaster down in temperatures. By Saturday, mid-20s once again. Sunday, you know the deal, mid-20s on Christmas. It's going to get cold, and then into beginning of next week, we're looking at temperatures in those mid to upper 20s. Peter?
All right, so everyone bracing for that incoming storm. Thanks so much, Conrad, and everyone traveling this weekend. Be sure to take extra precautions. Want to make sure everyone gets to their destinations safely. All right, we'll have another story coming up right after the break, so stay with us.
Did you know that Renewal by Andersen will replace your windows any time of the year and in any weather? Made with our exclusive Fibrix material, which is vastly superior to vinyl, never needs painting, and resists warping and bowing. We custom build your replacement windows in the USA and back them with the nation's best warranty. Call Renewal by Andersen for your free consultation. Don't miss this money-saving deal with great financing. Installation is always included. Call now.
You didn't live this strong, this long, to get put on the shelf like a porcelain doll. But 1 out of 2 women over 50 will suffer a fracture from osteoporosis. You should know you can build new bone with Evenity for postmenopausal women with osteoporosis at high risk for fracture. Ask your doctor if you can do more than just slowing down bone loss with Evenity. Want stronger bones? Then build new bone. Evenity can help in just 12 months. Evenity is proven to reduce spine fracture risk by 73%.
Evenity can increase risk of heart attack, stroke, or death from a cardiovascular problem. Do not take Evenity if you have low blood calcium or are allergic to it. Serious allergic reactions and low blood calcium have occurred. Tell your doctor about jawbone problems, as they have been reported with Evenity, or about pain in your hip, groin, or thigh, as unusual thigh bone fractures have occurred.
Don't let a break put you on a shelf. Talk to your doctor about building new bone with Evenity.
I'm Jay Pearl from Carroll Harper & Associates, Maine's most experienced Medicare health plans agency. Every day we hear how complicated navigating the Medicare maze can be. Let us help. From enrolling in Medicare to finding the right Medicare health plan, we are your go-to agency. We represent Martins Point Generations Advantage and other Medicare health plans that meet our quality standards. There's no cost or obligation for our services, so call Carroll Harper & Associates today.
Save 25 to 50% off at the Peter Harris Winter Sale. Designer fashions at amazingly low prices. Treat everyone on your list with 25 to 50% off select winter fashions today.
Peter Harris, great clothes, great prices.
Tonight, blizzard warnings and life-threatening cold wreaking havoc on holiday travel for millions. Flights delayed or canceled, bracing for what could be the coldest Christmas in decades. More Americans turn to the #1 program on television. World News Tonight with David Muir.
Welcome back, everyone. And finally tonight, a local research institute has gained global recognition for its database. Devin Dagnall met with one of the professors that helped amass the decades of research.
The Global Biodata Coalition has recognized Jackson Laboratories' mouse genome database by including it in its global core biodata resources. According to Jackson Laboratory, the list is a collection of resources whose long-term funding and sustainability is critical to life science and biomedical research worldwide. The Mouse Genome Database, or MGD, has been an ongoing project of Jackson Laboratory for the past 30 years.
It's a comprehensive, curated database that is the knowledge about what mouse genes do functionally and how that relates to human genetics.
That's Carol Bolt, a professor at Jackson Laboratory who, for the past 25 years, has worked with the laboratory to compile that information for researchers to use.
So it's really important to have a database like the Mouse Genome Database that captures the information in a way that makes it easy for researchers to find knowledge about what genes do and how they relate to human biology and disease.
According to Bolt, being acknowledged by the GBC gives Jackson Laboratories' database a seal of approval that tells researchers and institutes around the world that their information is on par with the highest standard. This seal will also help the laboratory leverage more funding to further their work. Bolt says that receiving this recognition is incredibly validating after decades of work, but it couldn't have been done alone.
It's a great honor, but it's really more about recognition of the software engineers and the curators who work every day to make sure that the information in this resource is as high quality as it can be. And it's also a testament to the adaptability of the team.
For ABC7 and Fox 22, I'm Devin Dagnalt.
So cool to highlight the research taking place in our communities. And once again, wishing everyone a very happy and safe holiday weekend. Make sure to take extra precaution in your travels. And yeah, again, Merry Christmas to everyone out there. All right, have a good night, everyone.